Why did the relationship fracture?
Oh, well, why it fractured, that's a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think by the time we got to 2016, we were just exhausted with trying. I think we were both kind of still stuck in our fantasy of what we thought the other person should be. Oh. I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. And I just haven't been able to break that promise.
But you still live separately.
We live separately. We ride together.
We die together. Bad marriage for life.
Hi there, fam. Will Smith surely had a lot of things going on in his life this year. To say that it is almost a roller coaster ride is an understatement. But what else could he expect from the industry that he is a part of? Things like that come with a great price and tons of sacrifices. And in his case, it seems like his relationship is the next thing that will suffer. Is he finally addressing rumors about the possible divorce from Jada? What could be the reason behind this? And where did this gossip even start? Hold tight, because that is what we are going to find out.
But it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
It is getting hot here. But did we hear it all correctly? Is it finally over between one of the most talked about Hollywood couples? I told you all, celebrity breakups are happening left and right this year. Also, even though Jada was the one who spilled the beans, Will was apparently the one who initiated the divorce. Uh-oh, this smells like chaos.
I really didn't want to get married, but
We only got married because...
Is their relationship still being haunted by Tupac? Come on, we all know their history, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you are in for a ride. Many of us, especially those who support and follow this duo, know that there is something strange about their marriage. There were clues that fans tried so hard to ignore, but yeah, here we go now having confirmation that these two have already been separated since 2016. Shocking to some, but not to those who know what their relationship was like since the beginning. Remember the time when they were almost the standard? Like they're the black couple that everyone used to adore and look up to? Those were the good old days, and they are definitely no longer as close and dreamy as they used to be. So yeah, things started to take some major turns in 2020, and maybe everything just went downhill from there. If you're feeling a bit lost, then let me help you catch up with what is happening. When August Alsina dropped this jaw-dropping news about Jada having an affair with him, the internet went wild.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation. He gave me his blessing. And I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life.
Well, that is not the end of it, y'all. What made the situation more puzzling is the fact that Alsina also announced how Will Smith had given him the blessing to date his wife. Like, what in a twisted world are they living in? Oh my gosh, I have heard it before, but it still continues to amaze me how cringy that whole setup was. Okay, according to August, the affair started sometime around 2016. Get this, he was only 23 at that time while Jada was already 44. Okay, I know that age gaps like that are pretty common these days, but that is not what made things weird. You see, August used to stay with the family for quite a while. It was not only because he was a close friend of Jaden, but the Smith family also took him in when he was having some difficulty with his health. Come on, he was welcomed with open arms and was treated like a real member of the family, only to end up having an affair with the mom? How weird could that be, especially to Jaden? They addressed this back then, actually. Will claims that he never sat down with August to give him the blessing to be with his wife. They even talked about this in the Red Table Talk. The affair was confirmed, yes, but it was also revealed that Jada did it when she and Smith were kind of separated and ended things between her and August when she got back together with Will.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
Entanglement. Interesting. After that, it is not really surprising to see people calling out Jada. She received more than just a backlash. And as I have mentioned, their marriage started to deteriorate from there. Let us add to the fact that people just became more interested in their past. Many were suspicious and questioned if their display of love back then were even real or if that was all for show. We cannot really blame people since they are popular and very public people as well.
I really didn't want to get married, but
We only got married because Gammy was crying.
I was under so much pressure, being a young actress, being young, and I was just like pregnant. And I was just like, I didn't know what to do. But I just knew, I was like, I never wanted to be married.
Of course, this clip was played millions of times on the internet because the girl almost made it look like she was not really interested in Will to begin with. We get it. Will looks so accepting and they were very open about the topic, but many of Will's fans really got sad and mad about her statement.
After her 37th birthday, I hired a team to orchestrate her 40th birthday. I hired a documentary team. I traced Mommy's family roots. It was going to be the thing that lifted her out of this midlife crisis, and it was going to be my deepest, most beautiful proclamation of love. And she's told me that the party was the most ridiculous display of my ego.
Ooh. Oh, how could I ever forget about this as well? Kudos to Will for showing so much effort as a partner. I mean, he was so genuine with his intentions about Jada's 40th birthday. But guess what? His sweet gesture was not even appreciated by his own wife. Girl, what else do you want the man to do? They might be joking about it, but we all know who was hurting in this story.
Tell me what you need, tell me what you want, and on top of it, I know that I have to be accountable to do the same.
And do you?
I really try.
Yeah.
This one also got people talking because it sounded like Will was lacking in the bedroom as well. She explained this in a tweet, though, saying, "Only because I got time today. Stop making up headlines. Watch the Red Table Talk I did with Gwyneth Paltrow for yourselves. Will and I have never had any issues in the bedroom. Thank you." Maybe she was dropping all these hints all along, hoping that people would see that they are not really compatible. But dude, you do not have to go that far and humiliate your own husband for the whole world to witness. Even though that was not her intent, it still made a lot of people concerned because it was as if she was not even trying to be a good fit for Will.
Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Astaire, come help us again, please.
I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Don't. No, because she don't just.
Do not even get me started with this one. It was obvious that Will does not want to talk about that in front of the camera, yet she still posted it. For what? To make people see that she can do whatever she wants? That she calls the shots and Will would just bow down to her? That is some serious control issues right there. Also, if she was so sad about the marriage and was just forcing herself to be with him, then why stay for years? Oh yeah, I have more proof that Jada possibly never loved Will on a romantic level. Do some of you remember the letter that Willow wrote for Tupac? She was just 11 at that time. Dear Tupac, I know you are alive someplace. I think that my mommy really misses you. Can you please come back? Can you come back so mom and me can be happy? I wish you were here. I really do. Love, Willow. Like, oh my gosh, imagine how Will must have felt when he read that letter. And why would Willow write those words anyway? Jada was certainly telling her stories about Tupac. It was like she was telling more about Tupac to Willow than her own dad. I know, Jada and Tupac have a very special bond, obviously unmatched by what she had built with Will.
Were you ever jealous of the love Jada had for Tupac?
Oh, yeah. But she just loved him like he was the image of perfection, but she was with the Fresh Prince, so it was like, I never could, like, even we were in a room together a couple times, I couldn't speak to him,
Poor Will. He accepted her wholeheartedly even though he knows that Jada was not all the way with him. Some would say that their separation was not entirely Jada's fault because she possibly felt really trapped in that marriage, but she could have at least extended some respect after all the things that Will did for her. She could have run away from the start, but since she already entered the relationship, might as well try to be a decent partner at least.
My sort of addictions jump. They jump around. When I was young, I definitely think I had a sex addiction of some kind. Yes, that everything could be fixed by sex.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Or
It's the behavior.
It's the behavior that's attached to it. Because if you want to have a lot of sex, that's great. But why are you having all that sex? That's what you got to look at,
After talking about this, fans could not help but think back again to her statement about how Will is not satisfying her in the bedroom.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was
Oh, this one is spicy. But Will addressed the issue by releasing this statement saying, "Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear and I reacted emotionally." At the end of it all, he would always have Jada's back. He must have had enough of all the things that he had to endure for Jada. That is why he was the one who finally put a stop into this mess of a relationship. We are not saying that Will is the perfect husband to be with, but you see, Jada never actually tried. Maybe she was intentionally low-key dissing him every chance she gets just so he would get tired of her and finally let her go. So fam, what do you think made Will realize that Jada was not doing good by him? Or did he just wake up one day remembering all the times that she took him for granted? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. Spill that tea. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button if you're living for this whirlwind of drama, subscribe so you never miss a moment of celebrity scoop, and prepare yourselves for the next jaw-dropping episode. Until next time, stay fabulous. And now, check out this next story. Bye-bye.